Hello everyone, William here. I just had another great conversation with another guest. Would you like to come in and listen in on the conversation we had? By the way, feel free to share it with anyone you feel may find it of interest. Come on, let's go listen in now.
Hello Julia, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Good, welcome to my studio. Thank you so much for getting in touch with me and coming into the studio and having a conversation with me. I understand that you have a studio where you do therapy.
That's correct, I
And
do.
what type of therapy do you do?
I do energy medicine and nutrition.
Okay.
So,
Kind of understand what nutrition is. What is the energy medicine aspect of it?
energy medicine is actually, it's Donna Eden's work called Energy Medicine, and it really goes back to ancient traditional Chinese medicine. So understanding the meridians and the movement of energy through those meridians, where the blockages might be, and how the elements work.
Okay.
So basic concept, the traditional Chinese medicine.
Okay, and what would be the elements?
In Chinese medicine, the elements are like nature. We have spring, we have summer, we have the equinoxes, we have fall and winter. So, and everything is always flowing and it moves just like nature does. And our bodies do too,
So with energy always being in motion,
always.
so you're tapping into the energy that's already in motion within someone's body?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Very
And
good.
how to assess that, how to determine what's going on,
Okay.
what's blocked, where is it blocked, how do I correct it?
Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of conditions would someone have that you would apply that therapy to?
Actually, it could be any condition because it's the condition of the body. And the condition may manifest itself with specific symptoms, and those symptoms may eventually have a diagnosis provided by a doctor.
Okay.
I'm not so much interested in that. I'm interested in what's blocked, what's not flowing, what's not in balance.
Okay, and how to naturally affect change in that blockage?
Correct.
Oh, very good. Very good. So why do people come to you?
Actually, they've learned a little bit about Donna's work, energy medicine, or they are looking for a natural way, whether that be nutrition or something with the body. They're looking for a natural way to deal with their symptoms. So they will come and ask. Either they've experienced poor results with things that they're trying to balance, and they're frustrated, so they're looking for another alternative method, or they are already very conscious of working naturally with the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would food would probably have a key role in that sort of thing. How you move your body would have a key role in those kind of things. So in a typical, let's say I have a headache, and I come to you and I say I have these chronic headaches or migraines,
Correct.
whatever the case may be. How would we diagnose, or how would you find this blockage?
So, I wonder if I should take it back a step or two.
Sure.
Let me
Take it wherever you like to take it. It is a conversation, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So if a person did come to me and say, you know what, I'm having chronic headaches, and this has been bothering me for quite some time, and you know, I haven't been able to get resolution to this situation. I can actually look at the body from different perspectives. So if they're coming to me specifically about Donna Eden's work, which is energy medicine, and I can stay in that realm totally and look at what's going on. Now, headaches often has to do with the meridian gallbladder.
Okay.
So I would be interested in what's going on with that particular meridian, but it is reasonable for me to look at the whole body and see where is balance and where is not balance. And I I actually have learned that I need to take it back to the very beginning and educate the person about how this body functions and where do these blocks come in. And it's such a marvelous journey to come back to that one. So any symptom, doesn't matter what the symptom is, whether it be headaches, whether it be arthritis, whether it be stomach problems, doesn't matter. Emotional problems, doesn't matter. If we take it very, very much back and say, the body is on a continuum of wellness and death. And on this continuum, we can slide. At a certain point, there'll be enough symptoms that are specific to enough cells that the doctor will give you a diagnosis. And further down that, we meet death. But we can slide the other way on this continuum. We can go from symptoms into less and less symptoms, into more and more health, into excellent health.
Oh, so habits generally create good things that come in our lives and bad things in our lives.
Absolutely.
I remember reading, and it kind of stuck with me, watch your thoughts, for they become words.
Absolutely.
Watch your words, for they become actions.
Absolutely.
Watch your actions, for they become habits. Watch your habits, create your character, and your character will create your destiny or your future. So it's almost like these steps, and it all does start with thinking and how you process something.
Absolutely.
And then you start thinking about what you need to eat. Then you start thinking about how you need to behave. Then you start thinking about the people you need to associate with.
Exactly.
And on and on.
Exactly.
So it's the yin and yang, which you were educating me on earlier, which I would like the viewers to understand a little better, because I've often used the term without really understanding the essence of the terms.
Okay.
So if you could break that down for us.
Yin and yang, definitely back to the traditional Chinese medicine and how they conceptualized life and the body and how they understand nature. And their approach is a vitalistic approach, meaning there's a vitality or an energy or a God that moves through everything. They called it qi. Some call it prana. Some call it a vital life force. But they're talking about an energy flow that gives life to nature. And nature has balance. Yin and yang is the balance in that nature. So if we just take it to our bodies, let the rest go for now,
Okay.
then we have a vital life force that flows through us. And that force needs to be balanced. And it will be balanced in different ways, from side to side, from top to bottom, from inside to outside. And they call it yin and yang. And within each of those energies, there is the opposite. And you'll see the circle, right, with the white and the black, but you'll see the black in the white and you'll see the white in the black. Dynamic balance. And we're talking about flow of vital life force that energizes our cells, that energizes our being, that energizes our thoughts. And where we create block, either in a negative thought, worry, lack of trust, stress creates blocks.
I can totally see that, actually, because if I have a thought that I shouldn't do something or that makes me nervous, it prevents me from taking any more action forward. If I have a thought where this could be a great experience or devil may care kind of attitude, as it were, and you just go ahead without worry, then you move forward, and all of a sudden you see all these other things that you would have missed if worry. So worry is kind of like the block, I guess, is what you're referring to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the openness is the forward energy, the flow.
That's correct.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. It it reverberates in everything. It's if I look at the body with the autonomic nervous system as the hard drive running in the background. And this has a gas pedal, sympathetic nervous system, and brakes, parasympathetic nervous system. Our yang, our movement forward, sympathetic nervous system. Our yin, brakes, parasympathetic nervous system. And that system gives us the energy to go in the morning, and in nighttime, when we're in rest mode, it is healing and naturally bringing balance to everything that got worn out during the day. So the yin is working and the yang is working, and we're able to carry on and do a life without worrying about the background energies that are taking care of our vitality.
I've researched a little bit myself about foods, and I know there are some foods that put you at rest and some foods that make you alert, the natural sugars and things and whatnot that you shouldn't have before you go to bed. It seems to be, even in Western medicine, it's the same system or same process, just on a different level. And this, which you're speaking about more on a holistic level, more as a natural level, rather than the chemicals and those kind of things that can affect the liver and the kidneys and create more blockages, I guess, as it were, because they come with something outside of nature and being put into something more natural, which is our body.
Yes, interesting. Correct. So I ask the body what it needs and what it wants. I use applied kinesiology or an energy test or a muscle test, whatever you want to call that. So I'm asking the body what's going on. I can also use computers to do that same reading for me. And if you consume a certain food, you can see the body automatically, instantaneously react to it, positively or negatively.
You get flushed in the face or something happens, right?
You might get that kind of a physical reaction, you may not. If you're really sensitive and tuned in, you would feel it. But most of us are going at too high a speed to notice. But it will test. So if I'm doing an energy test, and I put it on your tongue, or not even, I just put it against your abdomen, it will test either strong or weak. Instantaneously.
Wow.
It will instantaneously change a meridian, such as if we go back to the gallbladder meridian, which is typically involved, not always, involved with headache. Does it correct the balance in that meridian instantaneously or not? It's amazing. Now, for me, even though it can correct it instantaneously, how long does that reaction last? So that's something that I have to pay attention to. I know that I have the correct substance, if you will, food, that corrects it, but I might see that you need to have it every 10 minutes. Or maybe you don't need it every 10 hours or every 10 days, who knows? That has to be checked out. But the foods that you eat will instantaneously, or the cells of the body will instantaneously respond to what you've put in your mouth.
Like an electron and neutron being the yin and yang of energy as well. Right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's amazing. But we don't have to do it with food. We can actually do it with, they use acupuncture. I don't do acupuncture, I do acupressure.
Okay.
So I can balance that meridian using those techniques, or I can balance it with herbs. I can balance it with minerals. It's amazing. You can actually balance it with thought. Amazing.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
So the body is a sensitive instrument that is responding at all times. How do we know, though, what it's saying? Or where is the blockages? Where is the congestion?
So do you educate people on how to become attuned to what's going on? in their bodies as well. So education obviously is key in what you do,
That's
so
right.
that a person, it's not like they're self-diagnosing, but they're, it's more like
Tuning in.
Yeah, tuning in, right?
Yeah.
Just realizing what's going on. Like I'm feeling, however, I'm being,
That's right.
yeah, tuned in. Yeah, it does.
Paying attention.
Yeah.
Paying attention. Where is the stress in the body? Where does that need to relax? What is it that what needs to change that can relax?
Yeah. In your the information that you sent me, you talk about how the body makes these adjustments itself.
Yes.
Right. So can you elaborate a little bit on that for me?
The body is always trying its very best to provide balance for you so that you can carry on and live your life. So in the background, it is working very hard. And anything it does is an attempt to make sure that you are progressing. So when we get symptoms of some sort, those symptoms are its best attempt to keep you going. So we want to love them, but they are a message to us that maybe we're doing some things that are stressing the body a bit too much, and we could help it out. And so it talks to us.
Sure. And if we don't pay attention, if we have a pain in the shoulder, for instance, I was thinking while you were talking,
Yeah.
if we have a pain in the shoulder and we're doing this repetitive action and we're not realizing that the action's being cut, because there are different muscles in the body that will affect, I've had plantar fasciitis,
Yes.
and that was from the calf, but it seemed like I had a heel spur.
Correct.
But it was from the calf. So I mean, I could have rubbed my heel all I wanted to, but if I didn't stretch out my calf, that would have kept hurting there. So being able to know where it came from allowed me to relieve the pain of this knot on my heel.
Right.
So those are the various things too that go on, and if we don't know what they are, we'll keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it continues to get worse.
Definitely. Yes, because we don't always know what to do to correct the problem. And like you said, the symptom might show up over here, but the cause is over there.
Yeah, and we always like the easiest, simplest solution because we live busy lives, so we'll pop a pill and carry on and continue to participate in the bad behavior that's causing the pain.
Right.
But the pill is doing it, now it's affecting the liver, and now we've got side effects, so we need another pill for this side effect, which has 2 more side effects, we've got pills for those as well.
You get the
Right?
spiral
And you
going
get the
down.
spiral going, yes. And next thing you know, you got people on 300 pills. Not that some of them might be necessary, I don't know. I'm not trying to negate the fact that people need medication, but there's a great place to start first, and with the kind of practice that you have is probably a really good place to start if you can become attuned early in the stage before it gets too bad.
That's right. And we're on a continuum, so we can always come back.
Yeah.
Give the body what it needs. So either what it needs to remove that blockage, or to let go of the toxin that is putting the stress on the body. So those are usually the 2 things. Either it doesn't have what it needs, or it has too much pollution, toxin, negative thoughts, whatever that toxicity happens to be.
So there's oral toxins and there's mental toxins.
As well as food and air
for
and
sure.
environmental.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's really interesting. The name of your business is Metamorphosis
Healing Arts
Healing
Center.
Arts Center, and it is located where?
It's 244 Main Street East, so that's Main Street and close to Wellington.
Oh, very good. Well, I'll make sure that I put up a link to it for the viewers, and it was a great pleasure having this conversation with you, and I look forward to doing it again.
Thank you.
As well. Thanks, Julia.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yep, bye for now.
Join us. Catch the bug.